Hey you guys, this is Kale, and this is my little mini experiment with the AI4D model. Um, so for my little project here, I wanted to talk about adequate staffing in the nursing field. So in the discovery portion, things that we have discovered in the past with adequate staffing are things like less falls, less pressure ulcers, and less preventable patient injury. Um, Going over to my dream spot, in the past, we've used bonuses, shift differentials, stuff like that to create kind of less stress for management's staff and patients, along with better patient care. So using those things to get staff in. Um, Over to design, we may use team building exercises, better communication for sure, appreciation parties and raises, things like that to sustain adequate staffing. Sometimes the problem isn't just getting the staff in the door, it's kind of keeping them around. Um, for Destiny, sticking with a strict nurse aide to patient ratio policy and not bending this rule will definitely help us to maintain adequate staffing and reduce burnout. So when you know a nurse aide or a nurse has an overload of patients, um, you see burnout so much faster because you're stressing your body out, kind of to the max, trying to take care of really more than you can. Um, so that's what we're looking at there. From Operation ASHA, I learned that when you have a deal of people who care about the same issue, it is so much easier to put together steps to improve or solve the problem. Um, the situation I am aiming to improve, again, is inadequate staffing in the medical field. This is a tremendous problem right now. Um, and I mean, everybody's always looking at solutions to try to make this better. Some of the steps that I took to conduct my little experiment, included talking to management, nurse aides, and other nurses. The measures of my success will be adequate patient to staff ratio, along with lowered number of patient incidents. So things like falls, pressure ulcers, things like that. I approach this scenario by first looking back to the past. So, definitely pre COVID-19. COVID-19 just in itself brought on an insane amount of burnout, just because, it was overwhelming, um, and quickly, too, at that. According to my measures of success, I did in fact see lower number of patient incidents as well as less stressed staff due to better staff to patient ratio. A surprise I did encounter was actually a positive one, and that was a significant raise, among certified nurse aid staff, which um, I'm not sure what it's like where all of you are from, minimum wage and stuff like that. But here it was about, 10 to maybe $12 an hour as a nurse aide, and it's really tough work. It's challenging, it's stressful, it's taxing on the body. So finally they did get raises here in our area of Texas, so that's really really awesome. From AI I learned more positivity moving forward, as well as better problem solving. An idea to implement AI in the future could have something to do with lessening pressure ulcers in geriatric facilities. That is an ever increasing issue. And again, that it kind of goes back to adequate staffing. If these residents are or patients are able to be turned every at least 2 hours, that's hard to do. When you have 30 to 50 to 60 to 70 patients on your own. So the desired outcome for using the 4D process in the future would be to find effective ways to problem solve and work as a team while resolving issues. So this is my little experiment I conducted with a coworker of mine, and we actually had some great success this week. Thanks for listening, guys.